Welcome everybody to break 17998. This is our 25-26 Series 1 12-tin case team random. Alright, 32 spots in this break. We have Breaker Fall Aaron, M Tower 5. Breaker Fall Which Toe Is It? Christopher, Frankie, Brian. R Bruin 1. John, Bruins 37 in there twice. Dang, Daniel, Brian, Breaker Fall, Aaron, Bruins 37. Jean Moise, R Bruin, Dan, Aaron, Breaker Fall, Kyle, Bruins 37 in there twice. Frankie, Cal, Aaron, M Tower 5, and Kyle. Let's cover those across the randomizer. Breaker Fall down to Kyle. Breaker Fall down to Kyle. Here we go 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Aaron down to Bruins 37. Aaron down to Bruins 37. Teams Anaheim down through to Winnipeg. Anaheim down through to Winnipeg 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Carolina down to Vegas. Carolina down to Vegas. Here we go with your teams. Aaron with Carolina, Breaker Falls, Seattle, M Tower with Tampa, Kyle with Colorado, Bruins 37 Montreal, Aaron with Edmonton, Bruins 37 Calgary, M Tower with Florida, Aaron with Columbus, Kyle with the Rangers, Bruins 37 Utah, Daniel with Boston, Breaker Fall Nashville, Which Toe Is It? With Washington, Brian with Minnesota, Sean Moise with San Jose, Brian with Ottawa, Dang with Philadelphia, Frankie with Toronto, Aaron, New Jersey, John with Winnipeg, Bruins 37 Anaheim, Breaker Fall with the Islanders, Christopher Los Angeles, R Bruin 1 with Dallas, Breaker Fall with Pittsburgh, R Bruin 1 with Chicago, Aaron with Detroit, Dan with St. Louis, Cal with Buffalo, Frankie Vancouver, and Bruins 37 with Vegas. A couple of minutes for trades. Another minute or so for trades. All right, last call. Here we go with our tin case. All right, here we go. Good luck. There we go. See if we can find it, Demidov. All right, Nugent Hopkins Glossy for Edmonton, Sizzle Reel, Jared McCann, and Mitch Marner Cupquest. Travis Konechny Encore Philadelphia. Tracking Systems Jake Ottinger. Michael Callahan Young Guns for Boston. Canvas Kirill Marchenko for Columbus. Uri Slafkovsky Glossy for Montreal. Jason Robertson Compositions. Matthew Nyes Bustle for Toronto. Sam Morton. Young Guns for Calgary. Leon Draisaitl Goal Oriented. Gabe Perreault, Glossy for the Rangers. Alex DeBrincat Encore Detroit. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen Sizzle Reel. Sizzle Reel Speckle of Nazem Kadri, Cam Lund. Young Guns for San Jose, Austin Matthews, Toronto. Alex Ovechkin Glossy for Washington. Nazem Kadri Bustle, Seth Jarvis Portraits. Outburst Quinton Byfield for the LA Kings. Logan Cooley Encore and Tage Thompson Speckle Portraits. And our Dazzlers pack. Dazzlers Orange Powder Kochetkov. Kirill Marchenko for Columbus. And Bo Byram for Buffalo. Number 2. Kirill Marchenko Glossy for Columbus. Matt Boldy Bustle, Zach Werenski Portraits. Nico Hischier Encore New Jersey. Philip Grubauer Tracking Systems and Jacob Gaucher. Young Guns for Philadelphia. Thatcher Demko Canvas for Vancouver, Victor Hedman, Glossy Tampa, and Jared McCann Cup Quest. Sizzle Reel of Kent Johnson, Young Guns of Parker Ford for Winnipeg, and Lane Hudson Compositions. Roman Josi, Nashville. Encore Philip Gustafson, Sizzle Reel of Leon Draisaitl. Artem Levshinov, Glossy for Chicago. Alex DeBrincat, Dylan Larkin, Noah Osland. Encore Quinn Hughes for Vancouver. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Cup Quest, and Ryan Leonard, Young Guns for Washington. Austin Matthews Glossy for Toronto. Tracking Systems of Yaroslav Askarov and Chris Kreider Cup Quest. And our Dazzlers pack. Red Dazzlers, Philip Gustafson. Red from Minnesota. Orange, Tage Thompson and Zach Werenski. Orange for Columbus. Uri Slafkovsky Glossy for Montreal, Owen Tippett Bustle, and Dougie Hamilton Portraits. Yeah, you get that bonus Dazzlers pack. Tracking Systems Cam Talbot, Ian Moore Young Guns, and Timo Meier Cup Quest. Yeah, the orange and the red come in the tins. Joseph Woll Canvas for Toronto, Artem Levshinov, Chicago, and Matty Beniers Compositions. Sizzle Reel, Cole Perfetti. Noah Osland, Young Guns for Buffalo, Brandon Hagel Portraits. Ryan Leonard, Washington. Encore, Tim Stützle. Sizzle reel of Mason McTavish. Sam Reinhart for Florida. Young Guns Sam Renzel for Chicago. Goal-oriented Cole Caulfield. Troy Terry, glossy for Anaheim. Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov, Compadres. And compositions, Philip Forsberg. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to post a double up. Rather than, because it takes, for whatever reason, it seems to take quite a while to fill all 35, or all 32 spots. Josh Morrissey, Encore. Tracking Systems, Dustin Wolf, and Carson Dorwalt. So what I'll do, I'll probably post a, I'll probably post a case double up at 69. So we only have to sell the 16 spots, and then it'll sell pretty quick. Just took a while to sell the 35 spots. Or 32 spots, sorry. William Nylander, Dazzlers. Cale Makar, Colorado, and Alexis Lafreniere. So if I do a double up, everyone gets 2 teams, and it's only 16 spots to sell. And lots of people ended up buying multiple spots anyway, so double up's probably the best way. Wyatt Johnston, Dallas, glossy. Philip Gustafson, Tracking Systems, and David Pasternak, Boston. Quinton Byfield, Encore for LA. Sizzle reel of Wyatt Johnston and Donovan Sebrango, Young Guns for Ottawa. Canvas, Stefan Nosen, New Jersey. Austin Matthews, glossy. Goal-oriented Kirill Kaprizov. Sizzle reel, Matthew Nyes. Dylan Duke, Young Guns for Tampa, Quinn Hughes Portraits. Alexander Barkov, glossy for Florida. Dalibor Dvorsky, Encore. And Mason Marchment for Dallas, sizzle reel. Canvas of Travis Sanheim for Philadelphia, Riley Duran, Young Guns for Boston, and Alex Ovechkin Portraits. Adam Fox, glossy for the Rangers. Makar and McKinnon. Kirill Kaprizov, Cup Quest. Joachim Kemmel, Encore for Nashville. Seth Jarvis, Bustle. Those variations. Nope. And as a fact, what's going on? Crazy pack. All right, Kirill Marchenko, Bowen Byram, and Tage Thompson, Orange Dazzlers. Pin number 5. All right, Jared McCann, glossy. Linus Olmark, Encore. Sizzle reel of Evan Bouchard. Sizzle reel of Cam Fowler. Oliver Moore, Young Guns for Chicago. Matt Zuccarello Portraits. Victor Hedman, glossy for Tampa. Mort Sider, Bustle, and Alex DeBrincat Cup Quest. Victor Hedman, Encore for Tampa. Nathan McKinnon, Goal Oriented. Jeremy Swayman Glossy for Boston. Tracking Systems Elvis Merzlikins. Compositions of Jack Hughes. Sizzle Reel, Luke Evangelista. Nicholas Kakko, Young Guns for Seattle. And Dalibor Dvorsky. Portraits. Jack Eichel Canvas for Vegas. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins Glossy Edmonton. Nikita Kucherov. Dylan Holloway Bustle. Jimmy Snuggerud Young Guns for St. Louis. And Nick Suzuki. Compositions for Montreal. Jack Eichel Dazzlers Orange. Frank Vetrano Anaheim Dazzlers Orange. And Chris Letang Pittsburgh Dazzlers Orange. Alex Pietrangelo, Canvas for Vegas. Mark Stone Glossy. And Dylan Larkin Compositions. Kiefer Sherwood Bustle for Vancouver. Quinn Hudson, Young Guns for Edmonton. Artemi Panarin Goal Oriented. Ivan Demidov, Glossy Rookie for the Montreal Canadiens. Nice one, Haps. Clayton Keller Encore. Tracking Systems of Linus Ullmark. A Young Gun Canvas of Joakim Kemmel for the Florida Panthers. For the Nashville Predators. Zane Perrick, Young Guns for Calgary. And Dylan Holloway. Portraits. Jonathan Huberdeau, Glossy for Calgary. Sizzle Reel of Sam Reinhart. Cup Quest of Roman Josi. Outburst of Jackson Blake for Carolina. Lane Hudson Encore for Montreal. Sizzle Reel of David Pasternak. Sebastian Aho Canvas for Carolina. Gabe Perreault Glossy for the Rangers. And Adam Fox Portraits. UC Saros Tracking Systems. Carter Mazur. Young Guns for Detroit. And Elias Pettersson Vancouver. Gold Oriented. And our Dazzlers pack. Ooh, we have a Black Dazzlers of William Eklund. Black Dazzlers. William Eklund. San Jose. Jared McCann, Seattle. And Brandon Hagel for Tampa. Yeah, they're cool. They look really sharp. Alright, Tracking System, Samuel Montembeault, Parker Ford Young Guns Winnipeg, and Adrian Kempe. Victor Hedman Glossy for Tampa, Artem Levshinov Encore, Alex Tuck. Tracking Systems, UC Saros for Nashville, Matthew Wood. Nashville Young Guns, Connor Bedard Compositions. Jeremy Swayman Glossy, Tracking Systems, Joey Decord, Adam Fox Portraits. Adam Fantilli, Encore for Columbus. Matthew Tkachuk, Florida. Ryan Leonard, Young Guns for Washington. Alexander Barkov, Glossy for Florida. Sizzle Reel of Brady Tkachuk. Elias Pettersson, Goal Oriented. Pavel Kochetkov, Encore for Carolina. Sizzle Reel of Jacob Markstrom. Olivier Rodriguez, Young Guns for Edmonton. Canvas Troy Terry for Anaheim, Alexander Barkov Glossy, and Austin Matthews Compositions. Kirill Kaprizov Orange for Minnesota, Jack Hughes Orange New Jersey, and Alexander Barkov for Florida. 5 to go. Dylan Holloway, Bustle for St. Louis, Cam Lund, Young Guns for San Jose, David Pasternak Compositions. Ryan Leonard, Glossy for Washington, Matthew Nyes, Encore, and Mason Marchment, Sizzle Reel. Nazem Kadri, Bustle, Young Guns of Michael Callahan for Boston, Kirill Kaprizov Goal Oriented. Glossy Troy Terry for Anaheim, Makar McKinnon, Quinn Hughes Portraits. Kirill Marchenko Glossy for Columbus, Seth Jarvis Bustle, Tage Thompson Buffalo, Cup Quest. Andrei Svechnikov Encore for Carolina, Philip Gustafson Tracking System, Sam Morton Young Guns for Calgary. Patrick Laine, Canvas for Montreal, Victor Hedman Glossy Tampa, Matthew Barzal Compositions. Sizzle Reel, Wyatt Johnston, Oliver Moore, Young Guns for Chicago, Leon Draisaitl Portraits. Artem Levshinov, Dazzlers for Chicago, Jake Neighbors St. Louis, and Alex Ovechkin for Washington. Alright, a burst of Michael Rasmussen for the Detroit Red Wings. Encore Morgan Riley, Mort Sider Bustle. Uri Slavkovsky Glossy for Montreal, Elvis Merzlikins Tracking Systems, Alex Ovechkin Portraits. Mika Zibanejad Encore for the Rangers, Sizzle Reel of Luke Evangelista and Carter Mazur, Young Guns for Detroit. Jake Sanderson Canvas for Ottawa, Artem Levshinov Glossy for Chicago, Kirill Kaprizov Cup Quest. Tracking Systems of Jake Ottinger for Dallas, Zane Perrick, Young Guns for Calgary, and Jack Hughes, New Jersey. Jesper Bratt, Glossy for New Jersey, Nikita Kucherov Encore, and Matthew Nyes Bustle. Young Gun Canvas, Jack Finley for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Demidov and Levshinov. Young Gun Checklist, random at the end. Goal-orientated Nikita Kucherov. Travis Konechny Glossy for Philadelphia, Sizzle Reel of Evan Bouchard, Nick Suzuki Compositions. Alright, Sidney Crosby, Dazzlers Orange. Brant Clark, Dazzlers for LA, and Joey Decord for Seattle. 3 to go. Alright, Mark Stone glossy for Vegas. Sizzle reel of Austin Matthews. And compositions Marco Rossi. Outburst of Anze Kopitar for LA. Adrian Kempe. Encore for LA. Tim Stutzla compositions. Nick Suzuki glossy for Montreal. Hellebuck and Morrissey. And Mort Sider portraits. Tracking Systems, Pyotr Kochetkov, Ethan Frank, Young Guns for Washington, Kyle Connor Cup Quest. Samuel Erson Encore for Philadelphia, Lane Hudson Bustle, Olivier Rodriguez, Edmonton Young Gun. Tracking Systems, Logan Thompson, Dominic Shine, Young Guns for Detroit, and Connor Bedard portraits. Tage Thompson glossy for Buffalo, Troy Terry Encore, and sizzle reel of Sergei Bobrovsky. Stuart Skinner Tracking Systems, Ryan Suzuki Young Guns Carolina, Brady Tkachuk Goal Oriented. Ryan Leonard, Washington Dazzlers, Kirill Kaprizov, and Jack Hughes. Two to go. Canvas Jordan Binnington for the St. Louis Blues, Troy Terry glossy, and goal-oriented of Brady Tkachuk. Lucas Dostal Tracking Systems, Jacob Melanson, Young Guns for Seattle, and Marco Rossi compositions. Kirill Marchenko glossy for Columbus, Brock Faber Encore, sizzle reel of Alex Ovechkin. Matthews and Nylander, Compadres. Skylar Brandamore, Carolina, Mort Sider portraits. Ryan Leonard glossy for Washington, sizzle reel of Arturi Lehkonen, Connor McDavid compositions. Katagochi Encore for Anaheim, Matthews and Nylander, Ivan Demidov, Ivan Demidov, Young Guns for the Montreal Canadiens. When I try to speak louder, I start to cough with this gold. Nice one. Glad we hit one. Troy Terry glossy for Anaheim, Tracking Systems, Ilya Sorokin, Connor Bedard portraits. Drake Batherson Encore, Jake Gunsel Bustle, and Jacob Quillen, Young Guns for Toronto. Red of Sidney Crosby Dazzlers. This one for Pittsburgh, Alexander Barkov and Lane Hudson. Final 10. Rodrigo Abels, Young Gun Outburst for Philadelphia, Mackenzie Blackwood and Matthew Wood. Lucas Raymond, Glossy, Nazim Kadri Bustle, goal-oriented of Leon Draisaitl. Sizzle Reel of Jared McCann, Quinn Hudson, Young Guns for Edmonton, Matt Zuccarello Portraits. Canvas Clayton Keller, Utah, Alex Ovechkin Glossy Washington, Alex DeBrincat Cup Quest. Leo Carlson Bustle for the Anaheim Ducks, Young Guns Dominic Shine and Seth Jarvis Portraits. Adam Fox, Glossy for the Rangers, Gabe Perreault for the Rangers, Encore and UC Saros. Tracking Systems for Nashville. Sizzle Reel, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, Ethan Frank, Young Guns for Washington, Cup Quest of Mitch Marner. Final pack. Wyatt Johnston Dazzler, Wyatt Johnston Glossy for Dallas. Sizzle Reel of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and compositions of Jason Robertson. And our final Dazzlers pack. We have a red, Jonathan Marchessault for Nashville, Alexis Lafreniere for the Rangers, and Ryan Leonard for Washington. All right, we have one random to do for the Young Gun checklist. All right, Montreal and Chicago. Here we go, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going to Chicago. All right, that does it for break number 17998, our Series 1 12-tin case random. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks very much.